So in your book, The Gate of Choice, you talk about structure. Is structure needed for evolution?
So structure is necessary for focus. Focus is needed for evolution. So when you have structure, you can have the ability to continuously evolve. Now, with structure, you evolve at a much smaller rate. So structure is basically the baseline that gives you enough confidence to move to a state of creativity. So let's look at the way man evolves through school in society. Mm-hmm. We go through a structured curriculum until we're in high school, right? Once we're done with high school, then we get into a college curriculum. It's still structured, but has more loosening around the creativity part about what you want to do. You now have a choice as to which studies you go through. And then past that college, you can continue your education creatively in any which form you seek. So the structure is necessary to give you the baseline for continuity. And the only way we can evolve is once we learn to adopt a better system outside of that structure. And that usually comes when we have enough structure to give us the confidence to seek creativity. So in other words, you learn the art of painting through structure, but it is only when you paint an original piece that you have the ability to evolve. Creativity is the bridge between self-awareness and consciousness, where you are from I have an identity to how do I want that identity to be seen in the world. So these bridges that we build, how we build a bridge is basically a structured. Where the bridge goes to is where creativity goes. So this is why the two have to work together, which is why I've always said the difference between the conscious realm and the realm of physical existence exists in two shapes, which is application and revelation. Without revelation, creativity cannot exist. Without application, revelation cannot come to exist. Which is why man cannot kill himself outside of society and say, society isn't for me, I'm going to find a way around it. Man must overcome, bridge his way out of society, not avoid society. So if society was a circle, as you enter from one side, you have to bridge to the other side. You can't just say, I'm just going to avoid the idea of a circle because I don't believe in how society works. I don't believe in government. I don't believe in schooling. And I'm just going to recreate the whole system when I haven't learned how to master it. Mm-hmm. Because the system is built in a way that you play a piece of that system until you realize how to create a piece that can replace you so you can carry on and not play in the system anymore. Van Gogh is a good example of an extremely talented person, full of creativity, through a state of revelation, not application. Someone who didn't understand how to paint to make money. Someone who didn't understand how paintings made any type of impact on its current application stage, but rather saw a world that didn't exist in other people's eyes. So he painted it. So he was a painter that was 10 years ahead of his time because he avoided this idea of application, meaning he basically saw society as a flawed concept and didn't participate in it. Instead, that's why society pushed him away. And he still had that revelation coming. So he was creative. He painted, but he did not have a good experience on earth. Meaning his experience was not of wealth, of success, of growth, and of enjoyment. It was a miserable experience because it was only led by revelation, not revelation and application. And this is what happens. The same can be said if you study all the great philosophers of the world and how they lived. They all lived miserable lives here. They hated this world. They died miserably. They died in sickness. They died in isolation. And that was the problem.
Here. If I want to express myself playing music, the revelation, that's in me. But because I don't know how to play the piano, that is the application, then I can't properly express myself.
Almost. Like you have to think about if you want to create music,
right,
because that's your form of expression or creativity,
right,
then you have to understand how music is sold, because now music has to reach the people it is played for. What is the point of a song that is not listened to? What is the point of a book that is not read? What is the point of a painting that is not seen?
Correct.
The point is that if you only create without the art of that application, your product is not coming to people. Your vision is not helping alter others' experiences. Therefore, you are still in the prison. So that is the difference. The difference is not the structure of how you do that with the piano or a painting. The question is, how do we bring that revelation to the applicable state where other people can experience it? Because their experience changes your experience as a result.
I understand.
And since they can't give back that value to you because of what you've done for them, what do? They pay you for that value.
Right.
Which makes your experience better. So that's why money is not evil. but rather the idea of poverty is the root of all evil, because creation doesn't occur in a state of poverty. Because it isn't experienced, right? Even if a creation occurs like Van Gogh, it keeps the person poor. So it doesn't push them to create more. And that's why Van Gogh is a one of a kind instead of the typical painter.
Right.
Because most people would give up.
I say because there are many talented people that are broke.